today we're going to overview some basic photo editing on Photoshop. Whether you be on the photo staff or whether you're just editing quickly a photo for a spread, here's a few things that you should know that'll help you out. So sometimes you'll be dealing with a photo that may have been taken that is very underexposed. In other words, there's not a lot of light in the picture, but it's deadline. Of course, there's not a lot of time to go retake something, so you're going to have to work with what you got. So a few ways you can approach this. And this just kind of applies for a lot of stuff. So if you click on this layer, you can either do it two ways. You can go to Image, Adjustments. You can work with a lot of stuff up here. Like you have brightness, contrast, levels, curves, exposure. But if you go to Window and then Adjustments, you have a bunch of presets here that are really easy access that you can use. So let's go through a few of these. So brightness and contrast, really easy. It'll make a picture brighter or darker. Something important to know, you literally can't do this because then that picture is so overexposed and it's going to look awful. But then again, you can't make it too dark. So it's all about finding a nice middle and working with the contrast as well, see what works the best. And you see we took this photo to that, a little bit brighter, but not too bright, okay? Next thing we can do, levels. A lot of these things deal with playing around with the tools. There's no really like science to this. It's just kind of like seeing what works best in the situation. Some things work, of course, a lot better than others. So that was working with levels. Something I love using is curves. Basically, the best way to do it is on the bottom left side, pull it down a little bit, top right, pull it up, and of course you can do it different ways, like you could literally do the opposite of what I was doing. Again, it's just what works best for the photo in that certain circumstance, but you want to make sure, of course, you never over edit a photo because then it looks fake and not natural. So color balance, you may be dealing with a color or a photo that may be a little bit off color, maybe it's too yellow. You can work around with colors here to kind of get it back to normal. And they have tones here you can use to edit different types of colors in the photo. Then what else do we have here? Hue and saturation. Again, a different way to work around with color. Probably something you use less often, but you never know when you're going to need it. Photo filter is something you can use, especially if a photo is like way too warm and like in a gym, for example. You can literally click a filter that'll make it more cool, kind of adds this blue to it. Channel mixer, color lookup, gradient map, selective color, invert. Probably not one we're going to be using, but basically a bunch of different adjustments we have here. And then remember, if you go to image adjustments, there's a bunch of stuff you can do here. If you want to make a photo black and white, literally click on this and click OK, and you have black and white photo. Image adjustments. It's basically everything you had on the adjustments panels over here, just without icons. That's pretty much it dealing with photos. It's basic thing to know. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you.